Hey guys, this is Frozen 2 and Stranger Things fanboy 2004 here, and I gotta say, happy Halloween to you all. I know it's actually November 1 right now in my area, but that doesn't stop me from doing this video. It's not too late since it's still October 31 in the US. So yeah, this is the video that I've been planning to do for Halloween. Although I couldn't really do it last night because I was doing other things. I was pretty tired. And yeah, so for this list, I'm gonna be doing my top 10 favorite horror movies of all time. Yeah. When I'm not going trick or treating, I celebrate Halloween by watching horror movies, and I've got to love horror movies nowadays. Horror is like probably one of my favorite genres now. Now, granted, I do think that there's still some horror movies that I don't like, and there's some bad qualities to it. Yeah, but these yeah, I mean yeah, but these Halloween horror movies are a perfect example of how to do great horror, and these are way better than that garbage disaster that is Halloween ends. So yeah, so yeah, without further ado, if you want to know my favorite horror movies, then just keep watching. First, let's start with my five honorable mentions, and they are The Lighthouse, Split, A Quiet Place Duology, Psycho, and Get Out. Coming in number 10 is Alien. Now, I will say that I'm personally one of those people who thinks that James Cameron's Aliens is better than Alien. However, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna like let you guys know Aliens will not be on this list because Aliens is basically like Predator. Aliens is kind of like the Predator movies where it's like mostly more action sci-fi than horror. So, I mean, it doesn't really qualify in this list. Alien, however, is a straight up horror movie, and it is a horror masterpiece. Yeah, this is one of my favorite Ridley Scott movies, up there with Gladiator, with The Martian and Gladiator, and I think there's one more that I prefer. Oh yeah, Alien is my third favorite Ridley Scott movie. Yeah. What else can I say about this that has been said? Yeah, this movie is an absolute classic. It absolutely brings in the tension, the experience, the scares, the tension, the atmosphere, and just beautiful and just one of the most well-made films I have ever seen. Yeah, it does have a scary story because you see people actually trapped on the spaceship, and there's no one to call when when they're in danger. Yeah, that's a pretty scary story. I mean, I don't know if I summarized it well, but yeah, that's a pretty scary story, and you don't need jump scares to make a horror movie scary. You just need atmospheric films like this, and yeah, this movie is brilliant. Love it. Coming in number 9 is The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Yeah, I don't. I know Stephen King hates this movie because it's not accurate to the book, but honestly, I don't care. I don't care what he says. Well, I guess it's his opinion. He's the author, so I don't know. But to me, The Shining is a masterpiece. There's a reason why The Shining is loved. And how dare you, Razzies, nominate this movie? By the way, that is disgraceful. Yeah, The Shining is such a masterpiece. Where do I even start with this? Yeah, I absolutely love. Yeah, I mean, Jack Torrance is a menace. He is very frightening, he especially when he says, "Here's Johnny." One of the most, yeah, in my opinion, one of the greatest lines ever. And Jack Nicholson, this is his best performance ever. And yeah, Shelley Duvall did not how Shelley Duvall got nominated Razzies for worst actress, and that is BS right there. That is disgraceful. I love Shelley Duvall as Wendy. I think she's underrated. And Diane Torrance is great too, but yeah, honestly, I don't like Ewan McGregor's Diane Torrance in Doctor Sleep. I thought he was such a boring. I thought he was boring, and I couldn't care less. And yeah, Doctor Sleep is just alright. It's just okay. It's a bit overrated, but yeah, The Shining is way better than. It's far superior than Doctor Sleep in every single way possible. This movie is iconic and love it. Coming number 8 is It 2017. Yeah, yeah. I mean, what else can I say? Yeah, it is a masterpiece. I don't understand why people call this movie overrated. I don't think it's overrated at all. I think it's a perfect. I think it's pretty much a near perfect movie. It's like a flawless movie. I don't have any flaws with it. Yeah, this movie is. I did a review last month, and yeah, I still love this movie to this day. And yeah, I love that this movie kind of like gives you Stranger Things vibes. Yeah, I mean this movie like pretty much takes inspiration from Stranger Things. I mean it doesn't really copy it, of course. The source material came first before this. So maybe Stranger Things was took inspiration from it, I guess. But yeah, this and Stranger Things season four have so many similarities. Like we see like float like Pennywise like making characters float. Like when like for example when what's his name again? When Beverly floated because of because of Pennywise that kind of remind me of back then making Max float. Yeah, I love Pennywise. Yeah, he's such a terrifying clown, and yeah, Vecna kind of reminded me of Pennywise for some reason. And I absolutely adore the kids. I think that's easily the best thing about the film. I love their stories and their development and the explaining of each fear that they have. And yeah, I love it. And I love it. Chapter two. Not as good as the first film, but I think it chapter two is underrated. This is my second favorite horror franchise. Second only behind the Scream franchise. And yeah, by the way, I'm gonna do. I did a top five horror franchises in my community post, so you can go check it out. But yeah, love it. Coming in number seven is Scream, the original Scream. Yeah, what's your favorite scary movie? Yeah, Scream is one of the most iconic horror movies of all time, and you can totally see why. I mean, this movie is what inspired other movies to go meta. Yeah, this movie is completely meta, and some of the best meta commentary I've ever seen. It's just brilliant. It's genius. I mean, yeah, I just said it that Scream is the greatest horror franchise of all time. I think I really like all the Scream movies except Scream 3. Thanks a lot, Aaron Kruger. But yeah, yeah, this movie is a masterpiece. And Sidney Prescott is an iconic character. You can't have Scream without Sidney. Yeah, so I'm hoping Scream Six or as its title Screams will try to like handle it without this movie. Without Sidney. And I absolutely love like pretty much everything. It's just so much fun. This movie is what made me love slashers, and yeah, this movie is just brilliant. Coming number six is is Scream 5. Yeah, from one Scream movie titled Scream to another movie that's titled Scream. But this one is the new one. Yeah, unpopular opinion, this is my favorite Scream movie. I'm 1,000,000% with Ryan O'Toole in this one. Now, this was originally my top three horror movies of all time, but on rewatch, I think it perfectly lands here. I will say, yes, yeah, this movie absolutely solidifies Scream as the greatest horror franchise of all time, and I did a review in this. Every day I send a review just absolutely holds up. I love this movie to death, and I love that this movie came out in my 18th birthday. I would have saw it in theaters, but stupid Omicron had to make my theaters close. So yeah, I missed this and West Side Story in theaters. What a freaking shame. I didn't mind that I didn't see Death in the Nile in theaters. I was gonna watch the movie in theaters, but I'm okay with not watching it. But yeah, I still can't get over not seeing this movie in theaters. Yeah, but I'll most likely watch the Scream 6 in theaters. Hopefully. So yeah. Coming on number five, the top five is Jaws. Yeah, Jaws. I can see why people say this is their favorite horror movie and their favorite Steven Spielberg movie. Jaws is absolutely iconic. Yeah. This movie absolutely stood the test of time, especially for 70s horror flick. I mean, yeah, sure. This movie isn't really scary in my book, but I mean, it's really but the way that they tell the story, it's just so terrifying. Yeah, this movie is iconic. It's a Spielberg. I mean, it's a Spielberg movie, a Spielberg masterpiece. Now, I don't think it's the best Spielberg movie, like what everyone else says. My favorite Spielberg movie is West Side Story. I think you all know that by now, but my favorite classic Spielberg movie is would be Raiders of the Lost Ark, but just among the greatest Spielberg classics. Yeah, what else can I say that hasn't been said? This is not this is not okay, I lost for words. Yeah, but yeah, this is a perfect summer blockbuster. It's brilliant in every single way. And I mean, it's pretty terrifying without being too jump scary, and yeah, I love this movie. Terrible franchise though. Because all the sequels suck. Yeah, so even if how iconic this movie is, yeah, as a franchise it sucks. Why do we even need sequels to this? Coming number four is Halloween, the original Halloween movie. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know people say The Thing is the best John Carpenter movie. But I gotta be honest. I like The Thing, but I think it's overrated. Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, I think Halloween 1978 is far superior to The Thing in my opinion. Yeah, I mean this movie is so iconic. I mean, yeah, Michael Myers is one of my favorite icons in yeah, it's one of my favorite horror icons. Even if Ghostface would be my favorite horror icon, no, yeah, I might say yeah, Ghostface would be my favorite horror icon. I forgot to mention when I talked about the Scream movies. Love Michael Myers though. He's supposed to be a force of nature. He's supposed to be a terrifying person who doesn't show sympathy and compassion. There's no sympathy and compassion. He just goes around killing people without trying to like show any mercy to show mercy to anyone. Look at you, Halloween ends. But yeah, this franchise, not a fan of this franchise though. As a franchise, I think it's gone on for. I think this franchise has gone on for a little too long, in my opinion. Because I mean, I don't even want to watch. There are so many Halloween movies I haven't even seen. I don't even know if I want to watch them. I saw Halloween H2O 20 years ago for the first time recently. I was recommended by Halloween fans to watch it, and I I liked that movie. I really liked it. One of the better films in the franchise. I really liked Halloween 2018. Second best in the franchise behind this one. Halloween Kills is okay. It's pretty underwhelming, but it's okay. Halloween Ends, worst Halloween movie ever. I also saw the Rob Zombie Halloween movie, and while it's terrible, it's definitely. I mean, I'd take it any day over Halloween Ends, or should I say Halloween Turns? Yeah, but this will always be this original will always be the best Halloween movie. I mean, um, well, I don't know what else to say that has been said. Oh yeah, the score is easily and by the way, this has probably the best score in any horror movie period. One of the greatest scores of all time period. Yeah. Even the bad Halloween movie still has this at least still includes this iconic score. So yeah. Yeah. Coming in number three is The Witch. I mean now just like that though the top three horror movies are modern. Halloween is my favorite classic horror movie, but the next three ones are modern. Yeah. The Witch is the best A24 horror movie by a huge landslide. I mean, sure, yeah, I love The Lighthouse. As much as I love The Lighthouse, I think The Witch is better in my opinion. I mean, this movie is what made me start to realize, oh, actually, this is actually the first movie where I started to, like, feel like that Halloween is actually, like, not as bad as I thought it would be. It was, because back then, I used to hate the horror, but this one was, like, but I was actually recommended to watch this film by, someone who used to be my friend, but I just don't care for him anymore. I'll just say, yeah, The Witch is a brilliant movie. Yeah, I mean yeah, this is Anna Taylor Joy's debut in acting, and Anna Taylor Joy now has become one of my favorite actresses of all time. Yeah, she's become a breakout star. I love her, and fingers crossed that she gets the role of a Black Cat in the MCU. Although I think she'll most likely be a Black Cat outside of the MCU in Sony's Spider-Man universe. So I think I would personally cast Chloe Grace Moretz as a Black Cat. But anyway, back on topic. Yeah, I mean The Witch is really good. It's just so terrifying. I mean, what else can I say? It absolutely terrified me on rewatch. I mean, on yeah, I mean, even the first time I watched this in May 2021, it absolutely blew me away. I mean, there's nothing else I can say that's been said. Yeah, Anna Taylor-Joy was perfect in this. Robert Eggers is one of the best horror directors ever with this and The Lighthouse, and it really terrifies me by its atmosphere. Yeah, this movie is why A24 is the best studio in making horror movies, and yeah. Uh, Coming in number two is Last Night in Soho. That one from Edgar Wright. Yeah, what a brilliant movie this is. I just did a review in this a few days ago for its first anniversary, and everything I said still holds up. Yeah, this movie is just fantastic, and one I think deserves to be ranked among their horror movies. I wish more people would put this as their as in their favorite horror movies list, but I guess they don't want to put recent movies. But for me, I'm a recency bias type of person. I think y'all know that, but Last Night in Soho is really special to me. This movie is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Edgar Wright is a genius. Probably one of my absolute favorite horror directors. Anna Cherry Joy is absolutely the standout in this. And Thomas and Mackenzie's Oscar worthy. This movie looks absolutely stunning. Edgar Wright's direction is there, and the horror stuff in it is really good. I mean, you don't even see anything coming, which is great. I mean, I wasn't even sure what kind of like horror this was going to be like. A killer, a slasher horror, a ghost horror, like a paranoid horror. It's pretty much all of them combined. Pretty much all of them combined, and yeah, this is brilliant because this doesn't feel like horror I've seen before. It's brilliant. But my favorite horror movie of all time is controversially Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, I'm putting my bringing in my MCU bias roots in here. Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness is one of my all time favorite movies, and this is my favorite movie of the year. I love this movie so much. Like, wow, it's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I mean, what else can I say? Yeah, this is my favorite horror movie because I think it just well, now maybe as a horror movie, I think there could have been better horror movies. But as a movie, I think it is the best horror movie in my opinion. Yeah, Sam Raimi is without question the best horror director ever. I mean, with the Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, I think I can't remember if he directed that or not. And um, and of course, Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. This I mean, I was already immediately drawn to an MCU horror movie. Because this is a new genre that the MCU hasn't tackled yet, and I gotta say this movie absolutely nails the horror aspect in every single way possible. This movie still has the Marvel feel to it while actually bringing in horror. It's brilliant. Yeah, Scarlet Witch is probably my favorite horror character. Even though she's not really considered a horror icon, she's pretty much the horror element to it, and she's pretty much the horror element to it. And then Scarlet Witch, I'm always absolutely scares the crap out of me. Especially that scene in the especially that scene in the Sanctum, the Illuminati, when she came into the Illuminati headquarters. Damn, her design in that scene scared the crap out of me. And yeah, every time she appears doing something scary, it always gets me every time. Yeah, this movie is actually, and although even despite my Scarlet Witch praise, I still stand by that America Chavez is the best character in the film. I am not gonna change that. And also even Sinister, they also have Sinister Strange, which is just absolutely scary. This movie shows that the multiverse can do anything, even bring in the horror genre, and the MCU is pretty much the best franchise. Tied with Frozen, and this is my second favorite MCU movie, second only behind Spider-Man: No Way Home, and yeah, I even though I'm hyped for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, I doubt it'll top this masterpiece of a film. That is why Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness is my number one favorite horror movie of all time. So as is for my top 10 favorite horror movies of all time. What's your favorite horror movie of all time? Do you agree that Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness is the best one? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my review on the Book of Life to start off November, since November 1 is a Day of the Dead. And yes, and that closes Halloween month on my channel. So yeah, had a lot of fun with it. The best holiday ever. So yeah, bye guys.